Blue jeans are everywhere. They are a common sight across the globe. From city streets to rural landscapes, blue denim is worn by countless people. This universal presence raises a simple question: why blue? Why not predominantly green, red, or yellow? The answer is more complex than a simple fashion choice. It involves centuries of history, a unique chemical dye, and even human perception. The color blue in denim is not accidental. It is deeply rooted in the functional origins of the garment. Early denim was tough workwear. It needed to be durable and practical. The color played a vital role in these practical aspects. This choice of blue was not just for looks. It was about the very nature of the fabric and its purpose. Understanding why jeans are blue means looking at several interconnected factors. We must consider the dye used, how it interacts with the cotton fibers, and the historical context of denim's development. It is a story of science meeting utility, then evolving into a cultural icon. The journey from a working fabric to a global fashion staple is defined by this specific color. It shaped how we perceive and wear denim today. Other colors exist for jeans. Black, gray, white, and various washed-out shades are available. Yet the iconic, default image of jeans remains blue. This dominance hints at something fundamental about indigo. It suggests a property that other dyes lack, something that made blue the undisputed standard for denim. This unique quality is central to the entire story of jeans. The core reason jeans are blue lies with a specific dye: indigo. Indigo is one of the oldest dyes known to humanity. It has been used for thousands of years across different civilizations. Evidence of its use dates back to ancient Egypt, India, and Peru. Initially, indigo came from plants like Indigofera tinctoria. It was a precious commodity, traded globally for centuries. Its deep, rich blue color was highly valued. What makes indigo unique is how it is applied. Indigo is a vat dye. This means it starts as an insoluble blue pigment. To dye fabric, it must chemically changed into a soluble yellowish form called leuco-indigo. This is done in a special bath or vat, often using reducing agents and an alkaline solution. The fabric is dipped into this solution. It absorbs the leuco-indigo. When the fabric is removed from the vat, it is exposed to air. Oxygen then oxidizes the leuco-indigo back into its insoluble blue form. This blue form becomes trapped within the fibers. Crucially, indigo does not fully penetrate cotton fibers. Most dyes fully soak into the fiber, coloring it from core to surface. Indigo, however, primarily coats the outside of the cotton threads. This process is known as ring dyeing. Imagine a donut where only the outside is colored and the inside remains plain. The cotton yarn's core remains undyed or lightly dyed. This superficial coating is the secret to denim's distinctive look and its famous fading process. By the late 19th century, synthetic indigo was developed. German chemist Adolf von Baeyer first synthesized it in 1878. This breakthrough made indigo much cheaper and more widely available. It removed the reliance on unpredictable plant harvests. This availability was crucial for the mass production of denim. It allowed jeans to become the accessible garment they are today. The chemical properties of natural and synthetic indigo are almost identical. This meant the unique dyeing and fading characteristics remain the same. The ring dyeing process of indigo is directly responsible for denim's most beloved characteristic, its ability to fade. Because the dye only coats the outer layer of the cotton fibers, wear and tear easily remove these surface-level indigo particles. Each wash, each rub, each stretch gradually scrapes away tiny bits of the blue. This reveals the undyed white cotton core underneath. This is why jeans develop personalized patterns of lighter and darker areas over time. Compare this to dyes that fully penetrate the fiber. When those fabrics fade, the color simply becomes duller and lighter uniformly. There is no contrasting undyed core to expose. Indigo's superficial bonding creates high contrast fading. Areas of high friction, like the knees, thighs, and pockets, fade faster. This creates unique whiskers, honeycombs, and stacks patterns. These patterns become a visual record of the wearer's movements and habits. The fading was not initially seen as a positive. Early workwear designers likely focused on durability and stain resistance. However, as denim became more popular, the fading evolved into a desirable trait. It gave jeans character. A well-worn pair of jeans with distinct fades tells a story. It signifies authenticity and a connection to the garment's history. This aesthetic appeal cemented indigo's place as the dye for denim. Another related phenomenon is crocking. This is when indigo dye rubs off onto other surfaces, like skin or lighter fabrics. This happens because the indigo particles are not chemically bonded deep within the fiber. They are somewhat loosely attached to the surface. Crocking is more common with new, unwashed denim, especially raw denim. It is a direct consequence of the ring dyeing method. It further highlights how indigo behaves differently from other dyes. Denim fabric itself emerged in Nimes, France, denim. It was a strong, twilled cotton cloth. It was specifically designed for durability. In the mid-19th century, in America, this tough fabric found its true calling: workwear. Miners, cowboys, and laborers needed clothing that could withstand extreme physical demands. Regular clothes would tear and wear out too quickly. Denim provided the necessary resilience. Levi Strauss, a German immigrant, started a dry goods business in San Francisco during the gold rush. He sold canvas tents and wagon covers. Soon, he realized the need for durable work pants. He began making trousers from sturdy brown canvas. Later, he switched to blue denim fabric. Jacob Davis, a tailor in Nevada, approached Strauss with an idea to reinforce work pants with metal rivets at stress points. This innovation, patented in 1873, created the first modern blue jeans. The choice of blue indigo for these work pants was highly practical. Indigo was, by the late 19th century, relatively inexpensive due to the advent of synthetic production. It was widely available. More importantly, the deep blue color had excellent stain-hiding properties. Dirt, grease, and grime were less visible on dark blue compared to lighter colors. This kept workers looking presentable longer. It also meant clothes did not need washing as often, a significant advantage in areas with limited water or time. While other dark colors like brown or black could also hide dirt, indigo blue had a particular visual appeal and cultural association. It was seen as a clean, respectable, and strong color. It avoided the grimness sometimes associated with pure black. It was also less prone to showing sun fading as a weakness compared to some other darker natural dyes. The combination of durability, affordability, stain hiding, and a visually appealing hue made indigo blue the ideal choice for the burgeoning workwear industry. The journey of blue jeans did not end with workwear. Over time, denim transcended its utilitarian origins. In the mid-20th century, particularly after World War II, blue jeans became a symbol of rebellion and youth culture. Hollywood stars like James Dean and Marlon Brando famously wore jeans, solidifying their image as cool and defiant. This shift was global. Blue jeans were no longer just for laborers. They represented a new, casual, and independent lifestyle. The color blue itself holds significant psychological and cultural weight. Across many cultures, blue is associated with stability, trust, depth, wisdom, and calm. It is also linked to the sky and sea, evoking feelings of vastness and freedom. This widespread positive perception likely contributed to its enduring popularity. Unlike loud reds or flashy yellows, blue is generally perceived as understated yet strong. It is versatile and pairs well with many other colors. While other dyes could have been used, none offered the combination of advantages that indigo did. Sulfur black, for example, is a common dye for black denim, but it fades differently. It tends to become gray rather than revealing a stark white contrast. Direct dyes penetrate fibers completely, leading to a flatter, less dynamic fade. Indigo's unique ring dyeing property created a fabric that aged gracefully, gaining character rather than simply wearing out. This aesthetic distinctiveness became an integral part of denim's appeal. Ultimately, the reasons why jeans are blue are a powerful blend of practical necessity, chemical ingenuity, historical accident, and cultural resonance. The cheap, effective indigo dye, with its unique ring dyeing method, created a durable fabric that masked dirt and developed a desirable personal fade. This practical foundation, combined with blue's inherent psychological appeal and its adoption by influential cultural movements, solidified its place. Jeans are blue because it was the perfect color, born from a perfect storm of factors, destined to become a timeless global staple.